Once again, I'd like to thank all the same people that many of the folks have. Corporate Reporter Wisconsin, Secretary of Commerce, Mr. Leinenkugel's, Associated Bank, and UW Oshkosh. You know, we've got one of our office staff from UW Oshkosh, a number of our associates that we work with out in the marketplace, also graduates, so they said to remind everybody how valuable it's been. Just one thing to get started, you know, Joe the plumber had a real hassle this year without having his license. So Mr. Leinekugel, I just want to let you know I have my license with me tonight, sir. Just to clear the air. I feel so much better now. You know, you might say we come in contact with many people throughout our years, both growing up in the business and working for our first job and learning many things. And you might say, so what? Well, I worked for a restaurant almost 40 years ago, and the one thing that the restaurant owner taught us as a young cook working on the line, he says, if somebody comes in at midnight and wants a meatloaf sandwich on white bread, somebody's going to the store for the white bread, you're making a meatloaf, because he doesn't care what it costs. He wants the sandwich. That's one thing that I think that we've taken with us over the years of recognizing that I'm not selling meatloaf sandwiches now, I'm selling plumbing systems with a great staff, with a lot of good subcontractors and people. But we recognize that with the good portion of this half the state of Wisconsin having better than 200 contractors in our area, how are we going to be a little more creative, a little more resourceful, a little more dedicated to our time and commitment to our business as a family business, and at the same time, not just saying we do it better, faster, cheaper. How do we do that? I think that when John and I got together year 2000, and he wanted to golf more and I wanted to work day and night 24/7, 365. We both acknowledged the fact that it was okay to change. It was okay for him to move on into his career and move out of state. But we also then took a stand by saying what we believe, what was important for our faith, our people, our customers, and what we could keep and make the difference. You folks know what we're talking about. That one day you're a cheerleader, you're telling people to fire up the troops, get everybody excited. One day you're the historian and you could tell the stories of I remember when. And then there's days when you're the pit bull, please pay us, take care of this, why isn't that done? Yet each and every day we're thankful for what we've been given, and we walk out, you shut the lights off no matter how tough it's been and how many disappointments we've had to persevere through. We recognize the fact is we're doing something in our business, in our little world that we live in, that many people can't go home at the end of the day and say, I'm satisfied with what I'm doing. I'm challenged by it. There's a passion there, what you do, but how quickly people they forget that it's not just a job, it is a career. And I think business people recognize that. The one thing that we are thankful for in our business is that we do have a lot of long-term employees that have been with myself for years. We get the opportunity to bring in new apprentices into our industry that don't have a clue what the plumbing business is all about or putting pipe together. We also then take older technology and merge it with new technology and a lot of the things and how we install our systems and fabricate those systems. And we look at it as there's no limits or boundaries on what we do in our industry that manufacturing and other parts of industries have for years utilized, just out of a sense of that's just the way they've always done it. So we do that. But the one thing that we learned many years ago, that if we didn't have a structure and didn't do strategic planning and we didn't know where are we at and where are we going, if we didn't review that and have a sense of did we accomplish something, not just make money or lose money or make money, but are we going in the right direction? And that we had people from the outside that could help us to review that and have our staff be a part of that. So whether we are building 40 stories of condominiums or apartments, and as Joe has mentioned, many different facilities, we recognize that 2009 has been a reality check for us. When somebody says survive is the new thrive, when we recognize that our passion can be diminished for our business, yet when we think about the payrolls and the other things that we deal with daily, we still don't take for granted those things, and we do hold that in a palm of our hands very lightly. So we pursue the marketplace with new leads, new water preservation programs with many of the larger companies in Kohler and a number of other companies in the state. We recognize that, as one of the business owners told us the other day, he said, I feel like every day I'm in Las Vegas and I put all my chips on the table and I don't know if it's going to come up red or black, but that's the life we live. So I guess in closing, I'd like to thank a number of folks, my wife, our children, Julie and Joseph, for doing what they do and for acknowledging the fact that this is what we've chosen as our business. I want to thank all of our management employees and a number of folks that are here tonight and our field staff for all their hard work and dedication. I want to thank all of our legal partners, our accounting and banking partners. And say, by the way, I met another Joe from Associated Bank in Waukesha. I guess they must all be Joes. Our marketing partners for the creative things that they do on our behalf so that people will notice what we do as a business is not the same as somebody down the street. And once again, all I can tell you is that we're grateful to be doing what we do. Is it a challenge? Yes. Are we going to give up? Never. And God bless you all.